rocking with DJ Ed. DJ Ed.
What up, people? How y'all doing out there? It's your boy, official DJ Ed, and I'm back. You know what I mean? It's been a minute. I've been dealing with a lot of, some family issues. You know what I mean? I don't want to talk too much about it, but I feel good, motivated, still getting into my music, still staying relevant, keeping my faith, keeping my mind together, cause that's what it's about. You know what I mean? Excuse my wrinkled polo shirt. It's a polo shirt. You know what I mean? Came out the dryer, but it's wrinkled. You know what I mean? So what? So what? It's a shirt. But yo, check it. I want to still get into the music, man, but I want to take this back to the 80s because I have questions. You know what I mean? So today we're going to do MJ. We're going to do MJ. You know what I mean? I still got some sauce coming, so don't worry. There's a lot of research, doing it. But I'm going to have some sauce back up on it because we want to still kick it and maintain in the hip-hop, R&B, soul, you know what I'm saying? Even we're going to do jazz too, you know what I mean? We're gonna kick it way back. But I want to talk about that. MJ today. Not Michael Jordan. We talk about MJ. Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? Jackson 5 and all that. You know what I mean? We're going to talk about that. So today we're going to talk about the good album from the very, oh man, can't say this guy's name a lot, but you know what I mean? The late great Quincy Jones produced this album. You know what I mean? Orchestrated and produced it. You know, a lot of the producers that are out like Timbaland, Jermaine Dupri, you know what I mean? Swiss Beats, a lot of guys out there, they talk about Quincy Jones because the number one thing they talk about Quincy Jones, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Quincy Jones did an album that went like three times diamond, you know what I mean? It just went crazy, you know what I mean? And he was 50 years old when he did it. You know what I mean? Ages, I just want to say it's not about the age. You know what I mean? A hot album is a hot album. You just have to concentrate, maintain your focus on what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Quincy Jones, y'all gotta understand, brother. He was been on that trumpet since he was 10 years old. You know what I mean? Doing this thing. So we want to say the Thriller album. You know what I mean? The most, oh man, the best album that you can, till today, 2025, you can play this album and everybody gonna dance, even the kids, the babies gonna dance. Trust me. You know what I mean? Michael Jackson had an album that was worldwide. I mean, across the globe, from outside back around the other side. Excuse me. You know what I mean? Everybody knew who he is. You know what I mean? People that ain't even got record players. You know what I mean? Or even CD players in their crib. They know this man. Mike, man. You can't erase this history right here. It's Michael Jackson, man. You know what I mean? You know when you got an album like, it's official, man. I asked my moms to buy this album when I was like, I think I was maybe like 8 years old back then. You know what I mean? They had a record store, near my crib. You know what I mean? It had the little dog in the window, the RCA dog. You know what I mean? It had the record player right with the little megaphone joint on it. You know what I mean? I asked my mom, I saved up a little money, you know what I mean? I asked my mom, we buy this album, and I kept it. Well, she kept it. You know what I mean? My mom's kept it. But you know what I mean? This is a fabulous album, man. You know what I mean? Be mine, baby, baby, be mine. You know what I mean? And the most incredible record, Thriller. It's a Halloween song, whatever you want it to be. That song right there, the video was nuts. You know what I mean? They spent like $1 million back then. You talking about the 80s. You know what I mean? $1 million was a lot of money back then. You know what I mean? To do makeup, choreography, you know what I mean? The clothes they wore, you know what I mean? They had like 100 people in that video. The little monsters, the scenes, it was a movie. You know what I mean? It was a movie. Straight up. And one thing, he had an album on here called Billie Jean, a record on here called Billie Jean. to this day, I want to know who is Billie Jean. You know what I'm saying? Y'all tell me who Billie Jean is, because I don't know who Billie Jean. I always want to know who Billie Jean was, because he said it wasn't his lover. You know what I'm saying? Billie Jean wasn't his lover. You know what I mean? She just a girl, and that I'm the one. But the kid was not his son. Come on, man. Y'all girls got to stop doing that, man. Got Michael Jackson in trying to take care of kids that ain't his. You know what I mean? That don't mean he was out there doing none of that stuff people talking about, because I know Mike ain't. He wasn't like that. See, people betrayed you to do certain things that you ain't doing. You know what I mean? But how can he do anything about it? You know what I mean? He played innocent. He know he was innocent. Mike was Mike, man. People just, they use you in this industry like a puppet. You know what I mean? Some get it, some don't. Some, you know what I'm saying, can mastermind the game. That's what it is. But yeah, that's today, man. Billie Jean, let me know who you is. You know what I mean? Because Mike said you ain't his lover. I don't know what's wrong with you, girl. You know, you probably old as hell right about now. I just want to say, you probably old. What, you probably like 70, 60? Nah, you could be in your 60s right now. You know what I mean? Because I was a youngster, but, I still want to know. And how is that son? You know what I mean? You had. You know what I mean? Did he grow up to be a, nice young man, productive in the community? You know what I mean? In society, had a good job. You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? Then he had another joint that I want to say. Human Nature. You know what I mean? Human Nature is a song that was actually recorded and duplicated. Because you had like Floetry, they did it. SWV, they actually did a remix of it. Because Mike was all over the place. That song right there, Human Nature, is, oh man, that is one crazy record right there. Not crazy as insane, but that's one hot record. You know what I mean? Because you can go through all this. PYT, Pretty Young Thing. I need your loving. PYT, Pretty Young Thing. Oh my goodness. You know what I mean? Mike, we just want to thank you for this album, man. We want to thank you. Want to thank the courage. You know what I mean? The mindset you had. The people who helped write. You know what I mean? Shout out to Quincy Jones, because, I'm going to end this video pretty soon, because they ain't got much time on it. But shout out to Quincy Jones for producing this album. Yo, here's what it is, baby. But, you know what I mean? You also...
It's your favorite DJ.
Yours truly.
Official DJ Ed. Rocking the airwaves.
Yeah, baby. And I'm up out of here. Let y'all know what time it is. Yo, be mindful of the things you do out there.